You're watching Channel 3 News at 6 with news anchor John Webb, chief meteorologist Destiny Angle with her exclusive weather update, plus reporters Megan Dorton and Morgan Powers. This is Channel 3 News at 6.
Good morning and welcome Mr. Albertson from Sandpoint High, Mr. Cordell from St. Mary's, Mr. Bear from Kellogg, Mr. Conchavar from Mullen, and Mr. Kinsey from Advanced Ed. We are honored to have you at our school, and we appreciate your willingness to help better our wonderful school. Now, we have a whole broadcast lined out for you to give you a feel for our school and past events that we have hosted. But first, we'd like to give you an insight to what Channel 3 News actually does. In the news department, we spend our mornings discussing what we plan on covering in the weeks to come. After the reporters get their story assigned to them, they schedule an interview and prepare the questions. As the interview is in progress, the reporter is actively taking notes. Once they upload their interview to the computer, they begin typing their script and prepare to record their package. Finally, my favorite part, we head down to the studio and record our package. The reporters use the green screen to make it look like we're at a scene, but really, we're in a nice 70-degree room. After we record everything, we walk back up to the newsroom and begin editing. This is my least favorite part. Once the editor is finished with the package, we put it up on Facebook and YouTube and file it for the weekly news. At the end of the week, I round up all of the news and put it into the anchor script and upload the reporter's packages into it. After that, we burn the disc and upload it to Facebook and YouTube and bring it to Suddenlink for air. Well, that's what Channel 3 News does on a weekly basis, but we would like to show you a few stories we have covered in the past about our school. Let's take a look back to the week of September 8th when the Wallace Elks pageant took place. In local news this evening, the Elks Roundup pageant was Wednesday and many local residents came out to watch. Our Megan Dorton is in the Channel 3 newsroom with a full report tonight. Megan, good evening.
Good evening, John. Well, in some lighter news tonight, 5 local high school girls have competed in the Wallace Elks Roundup Queen Contest Wednesday evening. Judges Mike Gunderson, Lindsay Clark, and Lisa Millard were chosen by the Elks and critiqued the girls each step of the way. Junior Michaela Messick and seniors Haley Ungerbuehler, Haley Betham, Abby Berger, and Kayla Slater were contested for the crown. Junior Michaela Messick won the talent portion of the show with her clogging routine, and Haley Ungerbuehler was chosen as Miss Congeniality for her upbeat and outgoing personality. Channel 3 has been able to get interviews with the second runner-up, Kayla Slater.
I mean, I wasn't really care what I won. I was so happy to be here, and I'm just happy that I actually got on stage and didn't pass out.
Runner-up, Abby Berger.
I am super excited. Haley definitely deserves winning. She's an amazing person, and I'm just so excited about the overall talent pageant.
And the queen, Haley Betham.
Oh my gosh, it's an amazing experience because I didn't think I would, but I feel really honored that they thought that I deserve to be queen. It's a great experience. I learned so much. I just feel honored, honestly.
Wallace Elk, Greg Malone, also spoke during the pageant about what it's like to be a Wallace Elk and what they offer to the community. He has stated that anyone is more than welcome to join the Elks, as they are always looking for more people to join and how they serve as a great asset to the community. Reporting in the Channel 3 newsroom tonight, I'm Megan Dorton.
Our senior reporter Megan Dorton reporting there in the studio. Let's fast forward to the 19th of October when we received $1,000 from the Inland Northwest Blood Center. In school news, the Wallace Junior Senior High School is hosting one of their 3 blood drives that they put on throughout the school year. Between the Inland Northwest Blood Supply and the high school, they generate about 40 donations per visit.
All right, so Wallace is actually a big piece of our puzzle. We have to get over 200 donors per day. So the Wallace Blood Drive, whether it be community or high school members, is very important to our mission of saving lives.
Wallace holds a drive every year, and last year they held 3 and had the most donations by student and community. And by doing so, INBC awarded the Student Council with $1,000.
They did. So any school that donates, that hosts 3 blood drives per year, they get put in a drawing for a $1,000 grant from our foundation. This year, Wallace High School won $1,000. And that's out of every school, whether it be Washington or Idaho, in our area that won that $1,000 this year. So thank you very much for that. Most schools do not host 3 blood drives per year.
16 and 17-year-olds can donate with parents' permission, and anyone 18 or older does not have to have a parent's approval. There are a few height and weight requirements to prevent illness, but anyone who is healthy enough can donate. The week after that broadcast, we covered a shocking story that had a lot of uproar with our parents. Take a look. In school news tonight, the Wallace Junior Senior High School is taking on a new challenge. It's called a Noise Seatbelt Challenge, and it requires all students to wear their safety belts. I sat down with Wallace driver's education teacher Tina Brackenbush to talk about the new problem.
The first thing we had to do was do a survey of use of seatbelts, and we found that only 20% of our students, only 20% are using their seatbelts currently.
You heard her right. Only 20% of students at the Wallace High School wear their seatbelts when traveling home. Brackenbush took the undercover survey last week and found that shocking number. So she notified the freshman class president, Carter Bailey, and with the help of his fellow class officers, they took the Seatbelt Noise Challenge. NOISE, or National Organization for Youth Safety, challenges many schools across America to join in on these challenges. The first requirement is a kickoff event. The freshman class held a school-wide assembly discussing the dangers of driving without seatbelts. Shoshone County Sheriff Deputy Jeff Lee came in to talk about the incidents he's been on where many of his occupants didn't have seatbelts fastened. Lee also displayed very vivid videos of those who crashed while not wearing seatbelts. But it's not only teens that do not wear their seatbelts. Brackenbush says that many adults don't either.
This isn't just for kids. We hear a lot of our kids saying that their parents don't wear their seatbelts either. And as driver's education instructors, we want to remind everybody that it's a really simple task to buckle your seatbelt.
Students signed a pledge last week stating to always wear their seatbelts when traveling anywhere. By the end of next week, both Brackenbush and Bailey hope to have all Wallace High School students buckling up. But on Tuesday, I took a look for myself and found that 5 students did not have their seatbelts on. So I asked, how come? How come you don't have your seatbelt on?
I don't know.
Because I'm stupid. I gotta go.
Others simply forgot or didn't respond, but the percentage of drivers who buckled up is quite higher than previously recorded.
Just please wear your seatbelts. I mean, it's really only takes 2 seconds and it could save your life, so don't take the risk.
Well, this hopefully gave you a better look at our school and Channel 3 News. When I say this, I speak for all. We take pride in being a Wallace Miner. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Channel 3 News this morning. I'm John Webb, and for all of us here at Channel 3, have a great day, and we'll see you in the hall.